South Africa's Road Freight Association has appealed for immediate help to protect the sector from violent protest action. It added that the road freight and logistics industry is being held to ransom and attacked by parties who are unhappy with conditions for matters within the sector. This as law enforcement agencies remain on high alert after an attempt by truck drivers to block the N3 highway between Spruitview and Alberton in both directions was foiled yesterday. Road Freight Association CEO Gavin Kelly joins us now for more insight on this matter. So thank you very much for joining us. What's at the heart of this matter?
Good afternoon, Dudu, and good afternoon to all your viewers. And I'm sure we've seen this on our screens for the last 4 years at least, going backwards and forwards. And the prime cause is being touted as the foreigners, the foreign drivers in terms of our sector, driving in South Africa and taking jobs away from locals, from citizens. That is what is being at the heart of the matter. And we've said over the number of years, we've given various proposals to the various departments involved in this. So that's Department of Transport, Department of Labour, Department of Home Affairs, even the South African Police Services. We've said the only way we're going to fix this is you need to deal with those who don't want to play by the rules, those non-compliant operators and those who want to break the law and cause the problems that we have today. And what happens is when everybody gets upset, those operators who are compliant, who are paying the salaries and wages, who are employing the locals, employing our own citizens, who are trying to run their businesses legally and efficiently and as best as possible, are the ones who are being destroyed slowly but surely through all of this protest action.
This lackluster response from the relevant authorities should tell us what, as you rightfully mentioned, this is nothing new. It keeps persisting.
Exactly, Dudu. One would expect that by now we would have a decent process of dealing with those who want to cause violence. I understand, and I even support those who have grievances, and those grievances need taken to the relevant structures where these are then identified, hammered out in terms of negotiations. Robust discussion is what we've always prided ourselves as a nation from us becoming a democratic nation. We need to discuss those, identify the issues which we've done, the causes, and deal with them. Stopping someone's business and burning trucks and hurting people is not only hurting our own employers and our own companies. The rest of the world, especially Africa, who are right next door to us, shoulder to shoulder, are looking at us and saying, we're not going to move through South Africa anymore. It's not safe, it's not reliable, it's not efficient, and they're moving that work away from us. And with that go jobs. Jobs that aren't truck drivers. These will be people involved in the ports and the harbors and the warehouses. We need to stop this now. We've got to stop this now.
An unintended consequence, if you will, is the backlash that you speak about that we are receiving from our neighbors. In your statement, you speak about South Africa losing any sense of safety and efficiency in terms of moving goods through the country to the ports. Ultimately, what is the, maybe not risk, but the consequence here for not only the economy, but you and I in terms of getting that plate of food on your table or being able to access certain things?
Well, Judah, obviously, if we start having people withdrawing out of the logistics sector, it's going to be harder to get somebody to move things. So if we have something grown, say, for example, in the Northwest province that needs to be moved down to somewhere in KwaZulu-Natal to be processed, there's going to be a shortage of transport from the Northwest to KwaZulu-Natal, and I'm just using examples, then need to be processed, then packaged and sent up to the various retail centers. So you and I sitting up here in Johannesburg. And as there are fewer and fewer trucks, transport will become far more expensive. People will start to factor in the risk, the dangers and the exposure. So you and I might be paying R1 for a block of cheese, and I'm just using that as an example, R1 for a block of cheese today. If this continues, that might end up being R100 for a block of cheese, or no block of cheese.
Or no block of cheese. I know somebody that will not be happy with that. But on a serious note, this is quite a serious issue, and as you say, something must be done, and something must be done quite urgently. In terms of security, and maybe, you know, your members organizing their own security, is there something that can be done there?
Well, Dudu, again, that's a sort of a minefield to go into, because you and I both know how quickly things escalate happening in the Ukraine. The last thing you want to do is to arm trucks to the teeth and have all sorts of gung-ho or really guys who really want to get involved. This lies with the South African police services. Their mandate is to secure life and limb, protect our citizens, anybody in the country, their possessions and their businesses in terms of being able to operate freely. We have plans in place. There are schedulings of departures. There are security companies that travel with them. But we don't want this to be the situation. And more importantly, we are exceptionally concerned about the ability for a small incident to escalate into something very ugly.
Indeed. Would you say this is tantamount to economic sabotage?
Well, the Minister of Police said that 3 years ago, that this was very much a scenario of economic sabotage. It is killing us. It's killing our country. It's killing our income. It's killing jobs. So, yes, there is an element of economic sabotage, definitely.
It's rather curious that we're moving slowly on this. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, Road Freight Association CEO Gavin Kelly.